it was a little too blackety black for people, just to sort of be clear about it, and the way too womanly, you know what I mean? They were like, ugh. Now, in light of this administration, I feel like now is the time to do something like this, because it's like, film is act. Are you ready? Like, put your money where your mouth is. Who's ready?
I'm Avi Zev-Weider. Welcome to Films Not Made.
Hi, I'm Amy and Avi, and today we have two guests. One is Effie Brown. She's an award-winning film and TV producer and CEO of Gamechanger, where she champions inclusion and diversity in Hollywood. The films she's produced include Real Women Have Curves, Dear White People. She was recently appointed to the Board of Governors at the Academy.
Our second guest we're also really excited about, Nichol Bradford. She's the writer on today's project, and she is currently the executive in residence for AI and HI at the Society for Human Resource Management. And it's there that she shapes global thinking on human AI collaboration. Previously, she was a senior executive with roles at Epic Games, Activision Blizzard, Vivendi, and Disney.
We're going to have a great show. Welcome to Films Not Made. So, Effie, can you give us your sort of one-sentence pitch for the project, the Sisterhood? Like if you're in a CA conference room, or how would you, talk about the project?
I don't know why that is shocking to me that I would ask me that, and that would be the first question. Like, I don't know. And I think that might have been one of the issues that we've had. But to me, the Sisterhood is so much more than a book or piece of IP. It's actually a movement. It's a story about what can happen when Black women come together. And it's done in the vein of, because like back in the day when we were doing this, we were very comp heavy. It's sort of like when it was before, and sorry, this is more longer than my 1 minute pitch, but if anyone knows me, I do extra. But it's before, remember, it was before Black Panther. It was before all of these things. People they didn't quite hear it. They didn't quite know. So for me, it's more than a book. It's a movement. And it's about what happens when women, particularly women of color, can come together and what they can accomplish. And it's done in sort of the world of like a thriller, sort of think Bourne Ultimatum, think, nice. High, like government, think like, not Scandal, but what is this is back in the day. We can't talk about him anymore, but like, the Kevin Spacey Netflix. Remember the
House of Cards.
House of Cards, yeah. House
of Cards, like Born Ultimatum, House of Cards, but set with sisters that are fabulous and coming together. Longer than one sentence, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
But Nichol, I think, who's the writer, probably would have it better. And don't get me in trouble. You see her looking at me. You're gonna have to watch it. Because I gotta be. Because she's like, it's been a while.
No. It was perfect. There's so much of my heart and soul in that story, and so it brings me joy when other people see it. Like there were I don't know what the next question is, but I will say that there have been times in my life that and I've never told you this either, Effie. There are times in my life that just you believing in that story, like there were times in my life where other things were just shitty, and just you believing in my story, like sometimes that was the raft. That was the life raft. And I don't think I ever told you that.
No, oh my God, that's so, I'm like, we're all gonna get fucking weepy. It's gonna be real. No, but it's like, I have to say, and I know this is probably taking a turn from you guys, but like, I mean, I still feel we're gonna make this. And I'm hoping that like, this is, and I feel we were a little too ahead of its time. Yeah. It was before The Woman King. It was before like Black Panther. It was before there was where female empowerment and women of color empowerment wasn't threatening. Do you know what I mean? Like people, when we were starting, people were like, they were like, say what now?
Effie, I think like there was a narrative back in the day, probably around the same time, that these films had no foreign sales value, right? I had the rights to a book with someone else called Third Girl from the Left by Martha Southgate.
Yep.
And I developed it. This woman, Colleen Smith, wrote the script. It was an amazing project.
I love Colleen. She's great.
She's amazing. I had Viola Davis attached. I had Kerry Washington attached. And I walked in with my producing partner, and it was a studio, and their foreign salesperson was in the room, and they were like, "Do you know how much this film is worth internationally?" And I was like, "I don't know. You're the expert." They're like, "0." And I was like, "Well, I'm
Right?
sure it's not 0."
Oh my God.
No, I mean the audacity
It
the
was like
audacity that people
brutal.
had, it was brutal, and they probably felt more comfortable saying it to your face, where
Oh
we
yeah,
would get, oh,
exactly.
that's
Yeah, I'm
so
sure. Right.
interesting, like all of that sort of thing, or even just the sort
Yeah,
of like the
it's
blank
true.
stares of like, wait, what are you guys doing? Wait, they're
Yeah.
coming
Mm.
together because their community was being poisoned, and they got together to figure out an antidote, or like how, like
Yeah.
what? But now I feel like people will be like, oh, I see it. And
Yeah.
also I feel that, like, I'm taking another whack at it. It's still alive and
Yeah.
it's still happening. I was just like, these motherfuckers, sorry, I curse a lot, but I was like,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers weren't ready for
Say
us.
more.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for us.
Yeah.
And now they're ready for us. And I'm like, oh, and it was great because I was like, oh, maybe this could be the thing.
The world has caught up with
Yeah.
these amazing
Yeah.
projects.
Well, take us back, Nichol, to the inspiration for it, kind of the first spark. Was there like an image or a story you had read, or like what's the origin?
The way I paid for my last year of college was I won a beauty pageant. And and so as a part of, like, because I didn't see myself as a beauty queen, I did a lot of volunteering, and I would do these workshops with girls all across the city, all kinds of girls, all races, like all backgrounds. And I would, talk to them about how to be successful, at least to, at least like through high school to college, because I was a very like intense young person, for a lot of reasons.
You're still
which
intense.
is a different show. And so I would go in and I would give like these talks because I was like, I had a tiara and kids looked at it, and I would always ask the teachers to pull a subset of girls aside. I was like, pull aside the girls that you feel, haven't dropped off yet. And so they would pull the teenage girls aside who they were like, she hasn't dropped off yet, but we think she might. And I would do these 1 or 2 hour workshops after my main talk. And, and so the one where the sisterhood came out of is I'd done this, and I had a group of girls in a room, and one of the things I would have them do, I would have them say to each other, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, and I can have anything that I want. And they couldn't take it. Like,
really?
They couldn't take it. And so when the rest of the girls wouldn't say that, she'd fall into tears. And so I remember leaving one, and I was like, I'm going back to my life. They're going back to their lives. And how do you really stay with someone? And then I remembered, my first year in college, I read Ayn Rand, and I became an objectivist for 6 months until I realized it was like, it's a hollow life, it's hollow. There is no magic in that world. And I was like, that's the way. Because, like if Ayn Rand had not written fiction, no one would know who she was. She'd be like a minor, philosopher on a Wikipedia page somewhere.
Yeah.
And that was really the ability with a story to really get into someone's head and have them try on a philosophy or try on a way of being. That's really what, fiction and also movies allow people to do. And so in that single drive home, it was like, it came to me like, oh, there's this group of Black women and they create a global company, and the company, it was like the whole thing in one download. So it was like a 45-minute drive. And by the time I got home, it was the story of the sisterhood. And then I spent 16 years writing it. I spent like 10 years researching it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And like, how would you actually transform an entire, population? And then what would that mean for everyone? Because I've always been about everyone too. So what would that mean for everyone? And like one of the crust of like the action happens because these women become influential beyond their core. So I spent about 10 years researching it. And, and then I finally put, pen to paper, but the story is actually like, it's exactly it's the exact download. It never, the details changed, but all the major beats, are pretty much the same as, when I was, 23.
That's amazing. You hear that a lot about creative inspiration, right? It just sometimes just comes like all at once, fully formed, and then doing the work.
There's a lot more to this life and being human than I think is obvious. And so, it is kind of strange that a 23-year-old woman would have would have an entire download of how you would do a thing.
How does it move from then book to, adaptation? Was it like, we're going to make a feature or we're going to do a TV thing? And give me, and what year are we talking here?
I don't do things in years.
What era?
Like this, like,
what presidential administration?
I was still drinking then. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't sober then. So like, that's how long ago it's been. I've been sober for 19 years. So like, it's been like, I remember, like one of the things that I loved about Nichol, and we knew about this material, is that, and this was before there was a metaverse, people were talking about, we were like, this is a community. It is not only a movie, it's books. It's also activism. It's workshops for women, for young girls coming in. Like when Nichol was talking about amplifying your innermost, like, you are beautiful. You can have anything you want. And you're like, oh shit. Like just vibrationally, you're like, whoa, like I get like freaked out. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Like all of these things can happen. And also her working in video game, and gaming and all of that.
You were so far ahead of your time, right?
You're talking about a
on
platform.
the IP and
we're talking about, but this is where we were going. And so what might have done, and I'll take the ownership of this. I might have been too, like, we could do everything that people didn't know how to glom on. Like we were so like, that they were a bit like, we just know how to do like a series. Is this going to be like Buffy, or is this going to be like, you know what I mean? They didn't quite know. And as for movie, they were like, And this is a kind of like, I think Tyler Perry was just coming on the scene. Viola wasn't even a thing. Like maybe that wasn't even her show.
So early.
You know what I mean? I'm saying, like, we were
That's
pre that. And so we were doing like a couple, like, the boardroom. What I love about this book and also movie, it's brilliantly set up now because it's an ensemble. Because we know now that stars want to be a part of a television series, but they don't want to carry the entire series.
Yeah.
So we had like, you know what I mean? So you have Vivian, you have these people that can come in, and I'm like, we can cast it up. So we didn't know what it was going to be. And that might have been the thing where people couldn't latch on. We even tried it as a web series. We tried like a lot of different things and people were just like, don't get it. And this is where it gets personal because it broke my heart. When people didn't see what we saw and they were actively against it, it broke my heart.
That's so
and I
hurtful.
wanted to protect the baby. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I will protect the baby. And it was what I think this is a blessing, you coming out and being like, hey, Effie, is there a movie that you didn't get made? And I'm like, no. And then it was bizarre to be like there's a little something like, like, hey, F, I think it's time for me to come out again. Do you know what I mean? And it was the sisterhood of like, I think it's time. And also, you know what I mean? And like, I'm much more established in my career. Yeah. I'm much more like 2 fucks to give. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm on the like. Yep.
You had this deck, guys. You sent us your deck.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a lot.
And there's I was so impressed. You had like focus group materials. Like you really put a great case forward. You had like marketing proposals. Like this is what I think filmmakers need to start doing now. Like you really set out the case and the audience and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like market research. And also, like one of the other things that, is interesting about the book too, and what's different now is that like when I first did it, I was in video games. I always loved action adventure, type things. I always loved thrillers, but I also really liked character development. And so I was really getting sick and tired of stories where women were not, heroic, so you would have a like when you would look at what was out in media then, and only really has started to change in the last like 7 years, but in action adventure, women were always, or thrillers, women were always, the mirror to a male lead, and
if they were lucky,
If they
weren't the wife or the
lucky,
sister or the,
it was always the satellite around him.
Yeah.
Or if women were central, it was basically what I call, get a man, got a man. Oh, please, can I have a man? Type stuff. If the woman was central, it was like, again, her relationship to, usually a man.
Yeah.
And if she was present, it was usually as a foil to like, show some level of, like a minute level of character development for a man on a mission. And I was like, why can't women save the world? Like, why can't women actually save the world?
Women have to.
I really wanted that. Like, I wanted to save the world, so it's like, I wanted to see something where I was in the middle of it. And so now, I think all across, Netflix and Amazon and films, like women are in these central roles. And the thing that I haven't seen yet that is really a core part of this book is that, in it, they face a danger, but they solve it together. And so there really isn't any, I can't think of any media where women are sharing power effectively under crisis.
It's super interesting. I love that.
Talk about that. Say that again.
Yeah, and in the book too, the women
that has to happen
don't agree.
Now.
They don't agree about the solution. So it isn't like kumbaya sharing power. Like, you get the brownies, I'll bring the popcorn. It's like they're like, they're strong, intelligent women. Some are married, some are not. They all have healthy relationships, whether they are or aren't. And they have a variety of origin stories. And when they face this challenge, they have very they're strong. They have very distinct, differing points of view about how to get it done. And it gets really tense, but they have respect for one another. They love one another and they have a shared goal. And so no matter how rough and tumble they get with each other, it's towards the goal. But the one thing I haven't seen yet, is women, sharing power together to accomplish a goal.
And Effie, did you guys work with a casting director? What were your,
Was that a time? What we did is that we went to a couple of directors. Because what we did, and also I want to high five Nichol again. What Nichol did, the marketing of this book, was like each book had a separate number. Like if you were gifted this book, you were able to log on to a website. It had like, I'm book number 1152. And they had you, and you were able to join this community. Wow. And so we had this,
That's
right?
Incredible.
It sounds great, but then, and like it just was like we were a little too ahead. And we just couldn't get the traction. And people were like, we really like it. But like the people that are big now that could get something green light they were big, but not green lightable then. Do you know what I mean? Like that are like the Black women directors that were doing shows on Netflix. Do you know what I mean? Now I could go back and be like, girl.
And were you looking for a woman director? Were you prioritizing?
Of course I was.
Yeah.
I've always been like, even from like, I'm a firm believer of like, you can't make something about us without us. Period. Do you know what I mean? So it was very important of like, it's women of color behind the scenes, like, Nichol being the originating IP, me producing, looking for someone to actually write the script and to direct. It was a little too blackety black for people, just to sort of be clear about it, and the way too womany, you know what I mean? They were like, ugh. Now, in light of this administration, I feel like now is the time to do something like this, because it's like, film is act. Are you ready? Like, put your money where your mouth is. Who's ready to to make this? We were looking more for director, and we even like nowadays, like the woman that was coming up before that wanted to do this has now reached back out again, and to be like as like a limited series. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody got a little bit more zhuzh behind them, but we didn't have like now. And also remember, I was much younger in my career.
Yeah, now you have some
You know what I mean?
gravitas, right? Yeah.
Now I know to be like, you know what I need to do to make, like, now coming out, like this will be our coming out party where I'm like, you know what? I now know who to go to because every actress of note has a production company.
Yeah,
Every
that's
actress
right.
of note
Right.
Yeah.
wants to have meaningful producerial participation and ownership, because a lot of what
Yeah.
Nicole's book is talking about as well is ownership, right?
Yeah,
It's not
and
just
ownership
power,
is
it's
more
ownership.
powerful. Yeah,
Also
with
and for
IP.
money, and to be like,
Yeah.
and stop asking people, if you can earn your own money and you
Yeah,
have your own money, you don't got to ask permission from somebody else because you've got your
exactly.
own and you're able to give
So good.
to other
Yeah.
people. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
preaching. Get off my
Yes.
Yeah.
soapbox.
You know, it made me think like there's two things that are also, I think, just on time. One is, one of the like the origin things about the women in the book is that they had deeply internalized that no one is coming to save us.
Yes.
And if we want a thing, we have to build a thing, we have to create a thing. And I think, where we are in the world right now is everybody realizes that no one's coming to save anyone. And I think that that's a good thing, because what I've seen just in terms of some of my own work in other things, the willingness to partner and for people to build together, like I'm seeing like sort of like calcification around, systems and institutions fall away, because as long as there's like as long as there's this fantasy that someone, maybe the federal government, is going to come and save you in some way, then people can sort of delay their own
Who's
action.
gonna save me?
So it's
An
like
agency. Yes.
Agency. Yeah.
so with that, it's very much a story about a group of women who say, okay, you know what? We are going to build and create goodness together in our communities. And we're going to be methodical about it. And we're going to be strategic about it. And we're going to be, disciplined and focused. And we're going to do it together. So I think that is going to land on fertile ground in a way that wasn't really available a little while ago. And then I think that the second thing that's really important is, so I spend a great deal of my time in the future of work. I advise global organizations on human and AI implementation, and I invest in technology for, human potential. And I organize a big event called Human Tech Week, which, brings together like people really looking at the future of health, the future of work, and the future of cities, which I think are the touch points for human flourishing. And really, how do we leverage AI and technology to support humans to heal, grow, and thrive? And so with the future of work, and sort of like just what's happening with agentic AI and a bunch of other things, it's like there's a thing around collective ownership, and, and there's a modern version of this. Around collective ownership and tokenization of things. But what never goes out of style is leverage.
Oh, interesting.
Preach.
I get like that's super. Yeah.
Yes.
Leverage is about people working together. Leverage never goes out of style. So what the women in the book do now, looking back, is that, they really understand how to co-create leverage. And that leverage is about like, like really good systems are ones where, everyone actually really benefits. Like people talk about win-win, but they usually mean like, it's a nice way to get you to accept my terms. If I say that a lot, but like a true win-win. And so in the book, the women, one of the things that they do is it's sort of like at the right moment, every member gets shares, and they're based on like, very clear and transparent criteria. And it's this idea that when the ownership of the thing is distributed into every person who benefits, then like there is no heart to strike at. Because it's in too many places.
I'm learning so much on this podcast.
That's what I'm saying. Like that,
that's really timely too. And people, people are starting to figure that out around the future of work too. So that too, Effie, I think will land.
Yes, so, I agree.
Did you guys do studio meetings? Did you have any, like?
I think I was close at HBO. We did. I feel like, and keep me honest here, I feel like that's when I was at HBO. I know we went to YouTube because they were doing content. I was doing that, right? Went to that. And I'm trying to remember if there was somebody else. Do you remember Nicole?
No.
Or do you? No. This was pre-Netflix.
We like to hear kind of like, funny story. Like
The
you don't have to
toughest
name
blow.
names, but what was the toughest?
This was funny to me. I have to say, like, I'm a funny, like, I like funny, but I'd say, like, it was a truly a breaking of my heart. And I remember talking about it, and I just see this young woman, and she was young, white woman that didn't get it.
Yeah.
She just was like, we did a teaser. Remember we did the teaser with like the thing blowing up and a woman walking through. I was like,
trailer. We filmed trailers in downtown LA. We had
everything that we could do to be like, will you get
now we've made one for you.
I know.
Please
that's
send
what
it.
we're dying to see. But like we had but that's what I'm saying. Like, we did everything we could where I just had this moment where I have to go back to God and be like, what is meant for you is meant for you. And every time that's like everything has a season. And I'm like, I think this is our season. We were a little too but that was amazing. I want to say it was at YouTube where I just saw that she was just like, I could see the glass in her eye being like, what is this? And then when I get nervous, I talk a lot more and I start getting more like that, which made her more fucking confused. And the woman that was directing this or writing it was like, they were like, Effie, she had no idea what you were talking about. And I was like, right.
They don't get it.
I can't understand something for you. I can present something to you. I can show you something.
You can't, like,
I can
walk to the other side.
But like, I can't make you understand it if you don't
can't make
get
you
it.
give a shit.
It was interesting because it was also at a time where, like the way that one of the things that the book did to people, because it like gets inside your head. People read it at the level of that they need it to be at, and so the letters that I get from women. Not just Black women, but I mean, mostly Black women, but just women in general, where they were like, they would say, I've decided to bet on myself. Like they'd read the book and then they would like, if they were on, like if a woman was like on a cusp of a decision that included betting on herself, if she read this book, she'd bet on herself.
I love that.
It's going to be time. Like, I do feel like now we were just ahead of our time and everything is a building block. And also, I think we can probably, what I didn't think what we have now is a bit more capacity for empathy and grace for those people to be like, oh, you're not there yet. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and to be like, and like, it's okay. Like, we're going to get you there. But I do think now we're at such a tipping point in our year 2026 of our dear Lord. You know
already.
Where people are like this, to like,
I want to know, like we tend to ask, like, what would you do differently now? But that's an interesting sort of evolution. Looking back at the younger you, is there something you would do differently or could have done differently?
We did everything possible.
Yeah.
It was just really just a matter of, of timing. And one other thing, Effie, that I just realized is different is that the older people now are different and the young people are different too. Like they are like, this system doesn't work, and
100%
that cannot get jobs out of college.
Like they're like, this is a rig. Like this system is rigged. I do feel that
no longer touches the ground. And
100%
young people are, like they're really different too. And there's a place, people are hungry for a path through where we're at. And so like, I think we should take this out again. I think the world's
no, we are. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, that's something I'm really grateful that you guys, the film's not made. I'm really like it truly, if you only, and Amy, like, because you could hear the tenor in my voice. I was low-key offended that you would even call me about this. Do you know what I mean? It was weird. I did. I had to do my own come to Jesus about it.
I was like, Effie's not coming on the show, Avi. Like, all her projects are getting made. Like, or she thinks they are.
It was just that, like,
we'll start that way.
I mean? It was really beautiful. Like, and thank you for having the grace and to be like, come on, girl. Like, it took it's like everything happens for a reason. I was like, thank you for this, because I was like,
well, as producers, we have to believe. We put so much.
It's a force of will
beyond reason, right? Yeah, we just are
It
going to will
is.
it to
It
happen.
really is. Will
Yeah.
it into being. And that's why I was like, on my
Yeah.
death, like I'm doing a Grace Jones movie and I'm doing this. Like, this is
Okay.
like, that is it. Like, that
Let
is
me
like,
know if I
will
can
have
help with that
made,
Grace Jones movie, because
you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
love her. Do you know what I mean? I think she should be in the Sisterhood.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Oh,
Anyway,
we could
Okay,
have.
so let's
we
talk
stop?
about that. That's
Okay,
casting.
okay.
You didn't reach out to any cast, right? Or did you? Did you like go
No,
out
but
to
I think it was more
anyone? Or
director.
yeah,
I
more
feel it was
directors.
more director.
You know, as you would talk to people who are coming up, like they were all very interested.
No,
Like,
oh,
like
sorry.
all the
I'm talking
names,
about
all the names.
I'm talking about green lightable people. Like there was a
Yeah.
few, yeah. I mean, like actors, like
Yeah.
there were actors who are now
Yeah.
are like could green light something.
Yeah.
Then they were
But
like
then-
maybe doing
Yeah.
like a Sundance film, or they were on a TV show, like they
Yeah.
were shot. Like there were
Mhm.
certain things that people like, oh my god, yes, that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were into it. But I'm trying to when I'm thinking about getting something set up where like someone would finance our movie, I feel like I was going more after like the
director, yeah.
directors, the director, right? And then the directors were like, well, let me see the script. And then there
Yeah.
weren't a lot of that. And then but now, like what's different now,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like, hey, Tiana,
Yeah.
hey, Angela, like, you know what I mean?
They have the
Hey,
production, but
like,
they
you know
have
what
the
I mean?
production company.
Hey.
They have a power base, right?
And also,
Yeah.
I do feel like just from being in the rooms with them now, everyone's like, this shit is hard to do on your own. And it's
Yeah.
also like, we all want to work, like all of those celebrities kind of want to be like, wouldn't it be great to do like something together to do our own Ocean's 11?
This is
But behind
exactly
the
right.
scenes, but in front of the scenes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and really have that. Like, they're really, like, it's now possible. There's just, the world is different now.
Yeah.
Where you could be like, okay, let's go back in and there's a listening. Anyway, we're going back out. We're doing it. Thank you.
Avi, take it away.
We take all the stuff that you sent us and your script, your marketing, character descriptions, all of it, deck, and we put it through our own AI pipeline. It's fairly agentic also as well. We're going to share with you the deck now.
Now we have some disclosures. Films Not Made uses AI to reimagine movies that were never produced. All development materials, pitch decks, trailers, and posters are AI generated. Any likeness of real people are speculative and synthetic. No real actors participated in their creation. This is cultural commentary, not endorsed by any individual or studio referenced.
Oh my God. You did Carrie and Angela. There they are.
You're Carrie
Okay,
and
great.
Angela. You
So-
got
Yeah,
him.
I love it. Look at that. Yeah.
And there's a
Okay, go ahead.
security guard in the back that looks like he's peeing
Yeah.
in the
Look at that.
corner.
This is the title
That's okay.
page we're looking at, which
Oh,
highlights
yeah, we like to describe things for our audio listeners.
Kerry Washington right in the front of this kind of glass and steel, very modern entrance to some kind of high-tech building. Of course, a wetted down street just outside. And it's actually Washington, D.C., I think, because there's a, is that the Washington Monument?
Oh,
And the-
yeah.
Yes.
There's
right
a
through. I just
monument out
noticed that.
there. AI loves a wet down, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like every deck.
Okay, and and it says in like kind of a gold font, embossed, "The Sisterhood," a film by Nichol Bradford and Effie Brown. We ask the system to give us a log line and kind of a pitch, and the log line it came up with is: after their founder is assassinated, a secret sisterhood financing a vaccine that could collapse the global drug economy is targeted by elite trusts controlling governments and cartels, forcing a hardened security chief to choose survival or independence.
Okay, can we just have this moment?
Yeah.
How relevant is this right now?
Exactly.
Relevant. Okay, go ahead.
Also,
And then
I love the
Yeah.
pitch because they always come up with comps, and this is in the vein of the Da Vinci Code meets Widows.
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
The Sisterhood is a propulsive conspiracy thriller about power and refusal. A covert network of women of color has quietly built wealth, intelligence, and influence while funding a vaccine that would destroy the drug economy, sustaining a global underclass. Their founders murdered, rival trusts that control markets, cartels, and politics. This is amazing. And politicians
I
move
would
to
watch
erase
this. You would
them.
watch this immediately. Yes, go
I'm
ahead.
already like queuing it up.
It's globe spanning.
Yeah. As investigations close in and bodies fall, the Sisterhood must decide whether to accept protection from a seductive European power broker or risk annihilation to remain free. It's a thriller about who really runs the world and the cost of saying no.
Okay, all I want to say is this. Somebody write me a check. Call, you know what I mean? Call me.
Call in.
It's right here.
If
you
it were
can't
live, they could call
tell
in.
me. You
They could
can't
call
tell
in.
me this isn't the shit. Okay, go ahead.
And there's a
makes itself.
picture. There's a little a picture in this very
Oh
design.
my God,
Wow.
the boardroom and the ring.
They're the
Yeah,
ring.
there are these rings.
I don't know what the thing. There's a glass of whiskey or something.
Yeah,
With a big
there's.
ice cube, and then there's
It's-
what's in front of it.
Are you making up technology, Nicole?
I read
Google
this
was
in
the
the
thing.
early,
Yeah.
the early 2000s, and it was like a computer screen on a circle.
Oh, okay.
And so they could
Yeah.
see like all of their data in these
Oh,
monocles
nice.
that they would use. So this was pre Google Glass. This was pre
Yeah.
like all of that.
Okay.
Got it.
All
I
that.
think they stole your idea. That's what
Yeah.
I think. They read it and they
Way-
took it.
way
That's what I
ahead.
think. All right. So far, you're doing good. So far,
Good.
okay. Just
All
want
right.
to let you know.
Okay, this is the part where we
Is
This
this where
is-
it goes? Is this where
this
it
is the
goes
dubious part.
sideways?
We ask it for a style, and it comes up
Gilded
with these.
paranoia. Like gilded age? Like what?
paranoia.
Well, these are these style names are like those Netflix like sub mini genres. in a
Warm
way.
power interiors.
Yeah.
All right,
It
that
says,
sounds sexy.
Yeah.
It says
That
gilded
feel
paranoia.
like safety until they don't.
More
Okay.
rain
There you go.
slick streets every deck it makes us.
Yeah, the
Rain
camera
slick
lives
streets.
close to faces in
Wow.
moments of trust and snaps wide to reveal
Okay.
surveillance, distance, and threat.
Okay, AI. Okay.
Crisp
okay,
control
okay.
positions, shallow depth for secrets, deep focus for exposure. Lighting is motivated, phones,
Motivated.
monitors, streetlights spill so the world
Mhm,
feels
mhm.
watched. The color palette, obsidian blues, bruised purples, punctured by gold, like hope under pressure. It's a bit florid, but you know.
Like hope
Okay,
under
you know what?
pressure.
So then we move right into casting. At the top, we have
look at you.
Tanya
Of course,
Rawlings.
Gary
Deadweiler.
Washington,
Yes. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Danielle Deadweiler. She was in Till,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Till
Mhm.
Piano Lesson, and she did that great movie, the Canadian movie with the zombies. Yes.
Yeah.
hmm
Goo
The
Goo,
picture of her,
course.
she's like practicing karate.
Outside and there's rain outside. Yes. Look at that.
Yeah,
And she's sweaty.
she's the chief of security, so she's got to, she has to train.
I'm having such an incredible experience, like looking at all of this. Like yes, like they would
Amazing.
all be great.
Yeah. Yes. They're
Yes.
hired. All of them.
Yeah, I love Danielle Deadweiler. I also think Tiana would be super cool too. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Oh my
And
God, she would be
also,
amazing.
Lashana Lynch. Do you know what I mean? Would be
Oh, yeah.
amazing. There's a couple of folks but here's the thing, super cute. Like I
Yeah.
love like all of that is like keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
All right, keep going. Here we go.
Vivian.
Yes,
Founder.
Delacroix.
knew you would be there.
Angela
Oh, there we go.
Bassett.
Oh my
Top choice,
God,
Angela Bassett.
She's authoritative.
And Ingenue Ellis.
Yeah.
She
Uh-huh.
would bring
Would
the
be
heart and
amazing.
still is a badass. Shut the front door. Love Viola.
Viola.
Love Viola,
amazing.
but you
I
could
worked
see
with
her. Do you know what I
She's-
mean? You could see it feels like she's done this.
I love this.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about our movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Nicole,
Laurel
I'm
Martin.
working with Nicole. All right, she's
oh,
great.
here we
Yeah,
go. CFO.
we go.
I'm
You
already
can,
working
you can
great.
pass the
Mhm.
deck right to her.
Exactly.
The financial
She's,
mastermind.
Mhm.
She's typing in a. It's raining
In an
all the
office.
time, and you're moving.
It's always it's very Blade Runner, and there's a man walking in one of the back screens.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
look
what I
at
mean?
that.
It looks like
It's like a
There's an
security.
intruder.
Wow.
She's
She
gonna
is
have to like.
there. She's ready. Oh wait, keep going. I want to see more. Ah. Okay.
All right, here's
Uh-huh.
Pamela
Okay.
Purrington Griffin, original sister, a woman passing in white power circles whose
Mm.
exposure risks
Yeah.
love, identity, and the mission itself.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me go here. You know who would be great is like a
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca Hall. Like I think well, this is the thing for me. Like, and I know Ruth already did this with passing, but
Yeah.
like a Rebecca Hall or that girl that was in Sinners. Do you know? Remember?
Oh,
And I know
yeah.
she's like, that's what I mean. Like she has to really anyway. But I love all of this because like I don't care what anyone said. This is for Black. Like this is with Black people. Like we know
Yeah.
Ruth, Tandy, and Zazie. Girl, you ain't passing. But anyway,
Yeah,
that's mine.
exactly.
We move into Jorge Griffin, venture capitalist, Pamela's
all of it's
husband.
Oh my God.
Oscar,
Isaac.
Javier, Pedro.
First choice. Oscar
Pedro.
right there.
I follow a whole Instagram channel that's only Pedro dancing.
Amazing.
All I have to say is
Pedro.
Oscar. I mean, I love all of them. Trust and believe, but
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac,
Yeah.
sweet,
He's
sweet
intense,
baby.
Good
according
cast.
to AI. We have on screen, like, he's got his head in his hands.
Oh, redacted. He's like the Epstein file.
He's
Okay.
looking at the Epstein
He
files.
is looking at a redacted
There's
file.
redacted.
I hope he's
and
not in there. Okay,
Oh,
great.
He's in
boy.
New York, and it's raining out.
He's upset about something, that's for sure.
Okay, and
So
Javier
hot.
Bardem, the Little Mermaid, hilarious. I was like, there's so many
Yeah,
more
that-
things.
that's-
that
Yeah,
he
it's
that's
has.
like
the goal for him.
That
that's
Great.
what we
Mermaid,
have
I was
for
like-
him. I
Okay.
don't know, F1. There's a lot of other things. Even
I know. I was like this, like Javi. You know what I mean? No
Great
Country for
role.
Old Men. It's okay, baby.
yeah,
Okay.
they pull weird stuff. Yeah,
And Donna Harrod.
Oh my
Chief
gosh,
scientist.
that would be great.
scientist,
All of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
right?
Love
So
all of
good.
it.
Sana,
All of it's good. The keeper of
she
that
was in
scene, that
Succession,
addiction.
right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sanaa is great. So Sanaa is a really great actor. I love Uzo. Is that something her name, right?
Uzo's great.
Yeah, it's
Uzo's
Uzo,
great.
it's Uzo
Yeah.
Aduba. Yeah,
Aduba.
Great. And
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo, shut the
Yeah.
front door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
It
Uh,
just
I
does-
love that. Luther, not wicked, but in okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like people,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know where people
why
are coming
would you
from, but it's okay.
Mission Wicked or
It's
Take-
fine.
take
You know
it
what?
up with
They
the
don't-
machine.
AI is doing the best she can. She's doing
Yeah.
the best
Yeah.
she can. Let her go,
She's
AI.
fine.
Okay, so
It's
far
working.
you're not doing bad.
Okay.
Don't blow it
Okay.
yet, AI. Okay, great.
All right. And Chuck.
Yes, yes.
She's got
Yeah.
some test tubes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we've moved
Okay, I
on.
don't know why there's all those white women on the wall, but that's okay. But anyway,
He's judging.
Good.
Look, he's got
Interesting.
I don't know.
Well,
With
he's
with the
looking for
with the
clues.
magnifying glass, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like Sherlock Holmes.
Wow.
Is this a clue?
Yeah,
incredible.
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
But
Like, okay,
we have
nice.
John David Washington. That's Denzel's
He's
son.
amazing too, and
Mhm.
Aldous couldn't go
Mhm.
wrong with any of them,
Mhm.
Aldous was
All
in
good.
Black Adam, right?
Black Adam.
and
yeah.
also
Resolute.
in Cross, which is on Amazon right now,
Oh,
which is
right.
a huge series.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
Yaya, Wonder Man.
Dude,
you know what
your
I mean?
cast
And, like,
has you like totally greenlit now.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, you need to send this to me. I'm gonna put my name on it, and then we're gonna go. Right?
Yes, go
Okay.
take it. We'll provide it.
Here- And here's our
Yeah.
the power broker.
He's in
Your
a
face.
museum. He's
our
in
man,
lost in the
Mads.
museum.
Do you know the love that I have for Mads Mikkelsen? Did I
Oh,
ever
here
share
it
that
is.
with you?
He's
Bring
the
it on.
most
I mean,
amazing
like some
dancer. I don't know
Viking-
why is he
Oh.
Indiana Jones? Because he's
I don't-
basically
I don't
Like-
know.
Blonde, he's in everything.
he's.
But
Did you see
you can't
another
go wrong.
round? Another round?
Of course, no. When I say it
Oh,
is
he's great.
filthy, my love
Yeah.
for him,
Yeah.
I can't even talk about it. But I love the phone, like the brick phone that's sitting
Yeah.
there.
Let's talk about his picture. He's got
It's
the
fine.
brick phone and he's got a whiskey, I guess.
That's so whiskey. It's great, but he's wearing a wonderful black
Right
coat.
at the museum.
Well,
This is
where
from
this is from is the first time that Tanya and Renee meet is in a museum
No.
There we
where
go.
he owns most of the things, and they're on loan.
He owns those
and
dinosaurs.
he gives her a satellite phone, which is why I think it's so huge.
Okay.
That's
there you
like
go.
it's like a
Nice.
satellite burner.
Oh, yeah.
All of this.
to like for them to coordinate, because he actually wants to consolidate the trust. So
Yeah.
he's going against his like own people and planning to use the sisterhood to do so.
Oh my God. I love
Oh.
this. Excellent. Keep
So
going.
he's a good
More,
guy.
More.
He's a good guy.
Okay,
let's go.
He's a billionaire. Are they any? If you're a billionaire, are you a good guy? Okay, anyway.
Right. Then we just have some storyboard frames here.
Storyboards.
We've got Tanya
Oh
and
my goodness.
with a
Yeah.
wreck
Oh
with
yeah,
a
we
with
can't
a
forget
limo.
Regina.
Accident.
How did we forget Regina King? Yes,
Yeah.
There you
Regina's
go.
in the top. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got some police kind of like looking at files again. and
Very
then
headshots.
Magnifying
He's
glass.
casting.
you still got the
casting.
magnifying glass. Gee whiz.
All I have to say,
how corny.
that's his thing, and
So
it's okay.
funny.
We're going to be fine.
He's got to make sure it's
Yeah,
all
the
there.
bottom right is after they have Tanya and Renee have basically killed the bad guy, and Tanya is collecting DNA to be able to like tie the knots for the HSBI case so that they can know that he killed a bunch of other people. So there she's like connecting the dots in their case.
Because Tanya is thorough.
We have some poster ideas you guys could just go right out with.
Oh, yeah. The first one is you set it up at Netflix, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
I love that the white man's at the top, though. Okay. Of the first Sisterhood. That's hilarious. Really? And he's wearing a monocle. Thank you.
He's got the monocle. That's how you know he's the bad guy.
but he's at the top of all the women. Okay, got it. Okay,
You got a good review in Variety, though.
Okay,
it's a razor-sharp thriller that hits like truth.
Hits like truth.
Yeah, okay.
And then the
That's a good
Sisterhood,
review.
the night at the museum. We went to Sundance in Toronto.
Yeah, that's the
and
more
Canada.
festival prestige
Okay.
Yes,
poster.
Night at the
Nice.
Museum
Okay.
meets...
Night at
Yeah.
the museum.
Yeah.
And she's making a call.
Hollywood
Whatever.
Reporter said it was elegant, devastating, and quietly revolutionary.
Not quietly.
Oh my goodness.
No quiet. Shout.
That's not bad. They're scared of women, so quietly doing anything is fine. As long as we get the job done.
The last one is
Neon. Look, Neon picked it up.
Neon
Maybe they picked it up at Cannes with the other
Oh my
poster.
goodness. All right, Tom Quinn.
Tom
Quinn.
Picking it up.
Yeah.
A knockout genre film with a conscience.
One thing that I would definitely change is that this should be a film by Effie Brown and Nichol Bradford.
You know what, girl? We got this together. We gonna get this together. And what most is going to be a film by
that's a legal AI thing that is outside of our
it's all
agents.
good. I just want the baby to get done. And this is so good.
It's raining. There's microphones. There's
I know. There's a tunnel
fire,
or an anus,
tunnel.
a metal anus, and the whole thing. I don't know what's happening, but it's okay. It's good. You know what kind of movie we're making.
It's a very cool vibe, very blue, very.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. Then we have some bio, so when you pass it around, people know.
I love that. Is that
Effie
me?
on,
oh my God.
I guess that's you.
I am on Zepbound now. Thank you very much. I am much more pulled together. Do you know what I mean?
And
you're in the back lot there.
You're on a back lot.
But I'm in the back lot again with that brick with the satellite phone and a clipboard. Because that's what every
so
producer needs.
you mean business.
Exactly, because I am
it's raining.
point.
You are going to kick someone's ass.
I want my assistant. I need assistance behind me, and I need that. But it did have my red dreads.
It's still
okay,
raining.
Let's see. She's produced acclaimed features. Okay, I love it. I love all of it. Okay, but we're gonna get my figure together. I want to be a little bit more glamorous. Okay, keep going.
It says Effie Brown is an award-winning film and television producer and an industry leader in inclusion-driven storytelling. She's produced acclaimed features, including Dear White People, Real Women Have Curves, and But I'm a Cheerleader, and has been a visible advocate for equity both on screen and behind the camera. Yeah. Brown is also the CEO and majority owner of Gamechanger Films, the equity fund launched to finance narrative features directed by...
It's only that last part we're still true. After COVID and all that, things took a turn. But anyway, it's all good.
We have one of Nicole, too, so we can...
All right, let's see. Nicole looks like a supermodel.
Compare and contrast.
Nicole looks like a supermodel. You both are in trench coats, which is amazing.
She looks like a fucking supermodel. And she has like a clavicle and like, okay. Do you know what I mean? And
she's also got a satellite
phone. In a notebook.
And she's
writing in a notebook.
Outside,
she's in the museum.
Inside.
Well, because you're the producer. You're outside in the rain with a clipboard.
I mean,
I feel that.
It says Nichol Bradford is a creator and executive working at the intersection of story, technology, and human potential. She has an MBA from the Wharton School, teaches lectures in academic settings, including Stanford. And she is affiliated with Singularity University as faculty expert focused on human transformation and responsible AI. Bradford is also the novelist behind The Sisterhood, bringing a systems level lens to power, institution, and liberation, exactly the engine that drives this adaptation.
Okay. All right. Day one with her. Good job. We'll keep all of this. This is good. What do you think, Nichol? What do you think?
You know how they say it's like it's really hard to see the picture when you're, you know, when you're standing in it. And so it's just it's you know, it's just always interesting to see you know, how things read from the outside, and like reading that, it's like, yeah, that's, you know, all of this is true.
Right. You're like this. It is true.
All right.
I am a supermodel. Thank you. Okay, good.
We got one more last page. It's kind of a wrap up. Why this story? Why now? It says the sisterhood lands in a moment when institutions feel both omnipotent and broken, when surveillance is ambient, addiction is monetized, and the truth is a battleground. The story names the real fear, not that power is chaotic, but that it's organized. A secret network of women of color builds an alternative system, wealth, protection, care, and is punished for it. The twist isn't the conspiracy. It's the refusal to collaborate in oppression. Add a vaccine that could collapse a global drug economy, and suddenly this isn't just a thriller, it's a reckoning.
Why now?
All right. And then there's an ending promise for the project. And it says, the sisterhood survives, exposes the frame up, and refuses the devil's bargain. The road killer is unmasked, the trusts are revealed, and the women choose sovereignty over safety. The final note, the vaccine is within reach, and power now knows there's a force it can't buy or bury.
Give me the money. Someone reach out to me. I will give you the wire account information.
We have a caller.
Wow.
We have a caller. No.
I'm like this. Okay, I have to say, I was terrified.
Operators are standing by.
Okay, AI.
Wow. 1-800.
Thank you for seeing the thing. Yeah. That's exactly. But imagine that, trying to do that 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's really interesting, right? Like when I
culture
did
those people, they weren't that talent that are now greenlightable weren't even doing, like they were just starting out. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we also have a trailer now.
I haven't seen the trailer because I'm not allowed.
Okay, you did really well with the deck. All right.
I won't. And we'll talk about it, you know.
And we'll talk about it afterwards. Yeah.
If you are listening to this, my role is finished. Do it.
These beams were supposed to be solid.
We've been infiltrated. I am my sister's keeper.
We require your best. No excuses, no limits, no fears.
The administration reports that Homeland Security is investigating a group called the Sisterhood.
This can't get out. I want you to get inside. Find out what they are.
Andocorp has the missing protein. It's a vaccine.
We end dependency on coconut.
Power doesn't fear you. It owns you.
They think they can stop the business.
Nick Foster. Okay.
Whenever we are challenged, we must be prepared.
Yes, I am a Black woman, a proud one.
you killed Ronique Marshall.
Okay.
Yeah. She wasn't just killed. She was tortured.
They ordered me to seduce you.
Okay.
Try it.
I don't think you're criminals. I think you're the target. The trusts
Oh, what
need
happened
an
to you,
underclass to stay powerful. They'll frame you. Move.
Matrix kid.
Yeah.
The bracelet.
We are our sister's keepers, now and forever.
Framing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Amazing. Wow. It's a little long for trailer now, maybe.
It's an extended trailer.
Oh, extended trailer. Okay.
You know what? It's obviously better at Dex. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
AI strong suit is this, but
Yeah.
Nichol, you're the AI genius.
I actually started crying a little bit during it because it's like this started for me in 1994 to like actually see it, you know, to actually see it is just incredibly, you know, it's incredibly moving from just an AI standpoint. There's only one, you know, super weird thing. It was like when she did her roundhouse kick, it's like her legs suddenly moved in like a weird
Oh, there's always some little weird thing like that. Yeah.
But it was at the end of the kick. It was like the way the kick finished.
We're going to bring on our film executive.
Hey everyone, it's Sophia. Anne's finishing up on her end. Ask me to jump in so we don't waste your time. And I'm physically incapable of letting a meeting start late. So this works out for everyone. Quick heads up. We've only got 10 minutes today. And it's nothing work related. Her dog has a vet appointment that got bumped up. And apparently rescheduling means a 3-week wait. And if you've ever met Anne's dog, you know that's not happening. So tight window, hard stop. But she is very into the sisterhood. Like brought it up twice before coffee into it. She'll come in hot on character and tone the second she's on. So Effie, Nichol, start wherever feels natural. She'll be right here.
Oh my God, you have to go first, Nichol. I'm a little like bent out. I'm like this. I'm like,
oh no,
and I'm a little like, this is a lot for me at the end of a 2 hour. Okay.
Anne.
Hi, Anne. How are you?
And we've got Effie and Nichol here. We sent over the project, The Sisterhood. I hope you had a chance to look at it. I know you're busy. You got a lot of projects, but just if you just want to start it off, Anne, and give us your kind of just top of mind thoughts on the project.
Hey, Amy, Avi, Effie, Nichol. Great to see everyone. Thanks for sending over The Sisterhood. Let me pull up what we've got right away. I love the ambition here, especially the focus on female friendship with that supernatural twist. But I am seeing the ending stack up a bunch of reveals and reversals. By the time we hit the cemetery scene, it's almost too much for a first watch. Have you thought about spacing those payoffs earlier, or is the density at the end intentional? Want me to dive in on structure next?
Thank you so much for your thoughtful insight into the project. Right now, it's a book, and we have a couple of different ways to go about it. We could be a feature, which would be 90 minutes to 2 hours, and of which things would be parsed out very differently. Or if we were a limited series, let's say a 6 1-hour limited series, we would be able to spread that very dense section at the end over 3 episodes, which would be 3 hours. So it really depends upon what your appetite would be, whether it be a feature or a limited series.
Okay, so from what I see, the sheer volume of twists and character reveals, especially in the last act, feels almost tailor-made for a limited series. The feature version risks feeling rushed, especially with all the supernatural lore and the shifting alliances. Do you have a gut sense of which format you're more drawn to creatively, or is this still totally open?
I think that we would love to do a limited series that would possibly lead into a longer series or an anthology. But I do feel we have enough for a solid 6 to 8 episodes, 1 hour episodes.
Love that. 6 to 8 hours gives you real room to breathe and lets each secret land. Looking at the trailer beats, you've got at least 4 major reveals: the attic, the old diary, the ritual scene, and the cemetery. That's plenty to anchor a season. Do you have episode by episode outlines, or is that still in development?
We have the thumbnails for episode by episode outlines, but we are looking for a studio partner or a network partner to collaborate with. So we're not intractable, but we definitely have a thumbnail or design of what these episodes could be.
That's smart. Having flexibility with the outline makes you a stronger partner for buyers. With the thumbnails, I'd suggest making sure each episode has one must-see set piece, like the attic or the ritual, so you can pitch clear episodes.
I agree.
Hey, Anne, what do you think about casting? Like, how important would that be given what Effie is outlining here? And, who do you think could anchor this?
Yeah, Avi, casting will be everything for this. In a limited series, especially one balancing friendship and supernatural stakes, you need stars with real chemistry who can ground the fantastical with emotional truth. One anchor. With broad recognition, think Regina King, Thandue Newton, or Gugu Mbatha Raw, plus at least one rising or international name could open doors with buyers. Do you already have anyone on your dream board, or are you hunting for types right now?
We are actually in talks with a few actors that would be interested in this. For example, we're thinking Tiana Taylor, Angela Bassett. We love the idea of Regina King, and she also would probably like to direct as well. So that could be an interesting combination. So we have plenty of actors that would love to be a part of it. What I'd love to do with this limited time that we have left is, are you wanting to finance and be our partner in this project, Anne?
I'm not a financier myself, but I work closely with partners who come in at different stages, sometimes early, sometimes once there's a package or a studio on board. Are you open to attaching talent with IFCOM offers to help drive those financing conversations, or are you set on hard commitments up front?
I am perfectly fine for an IFCOM. We are looking for partnership and collaboration, but it would be with a streamer or a network, someone that already has a distribution output, as Nichol and I already have the sort of studio and production part on lock. So we're definitely looking to have partnership with someone that has a distribution capability.
Perfect. That's the right strategy. Streamers and networks want to see you've got both creative vision and real package heat. IFCOM talent offers can move those conversations forward fast, especially with names like Bassett or King. Are you getting traction with any distributors already, or is that outreach just starting?
Well, we were wondering how you could be helpful in that.
Got it. Where I can really help is shaping the pitch materials. Episode map, casting deck, financial comps. So when you go to streamers or networks, you're bulletproof.
What would be helpful is your actual connecting us with executives that have financing. As you know, we could be looking at a bidding war. So maybe those executives that are really excited about this, that you could champion our project to, would be great. Who are those people, Anne? And can we get their number?
I wish I could just hand out direct numbers on a call, but for both legal and practical reasons, I can only make those introductions directly, always with a warm handoff, not a cold contact. But yes, I absolutely know who's buying right now in this lane. Are you looking at streamers first Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, or would you consider cable nets like FX or even premium like Starz? This helps me target the right execs for your world.
I would love to focus on a Netflix or Mubi, MUBI, as they have a really good international reach as well. And of course, Amazon. FX, which is a division of Disney now, and Hulu, I think could also be interesting as well. But basically, whoever is able to see our vision creatively and able to move as quickly as we want to move to catch this moment is where we would like to go.
Perfect. That helps a lot. I'm close with execs at Netflix Current Drama, International, Amazon, and Hulu Originals, and I know the Mubi acquisition.
Effie, Nichol, I'm so sorry to cut in. Anne just had to bolt for the vet, and honestly, I think she was one more good pitch point away from canceling on the dog entirely. She held on till the last second. Thank you both so much for walking us through the Sisterhood. I was taking notes, and I have to say, just personally, the dynamic you're building is really compelling. Not that anyone asked me, but they should. Anyway, if you want a next step, send over whatever materials you feel best. Capture the central relationship and the tone a few pages, a lookbook, whatever you've got. Anne will read it tonight and come back with notes. Thanks again. Really appreciate you both making the time.
Thanks, Anne.
That assistant is so high energy. I can't take it.
But someone should ask her because she's going to be running the studio soon.
Exactly.
Okay? Let's be clear.
Wow. All right. Well, that was our
I'm curious, why did Anne not think she could write checks? Is that sort of like
well,
is it her
maybe
role?
for legal reasons?
You're not the shot caller, I guess.
Yeah. I was sitting here thinking, like, why isn't Anne writing checks? You know, like
I know, because I should have asked, Anne, what is your job here? And where am I pitching? I didn't ask you that. I was shallow and like a true narcissist. I was only concerned about myself and our project.
She wouldn't give you those numbers.
No, but it was also about our project. Like, you know, she was fairly certain that she couldn't write checks. And so I was just sort of
very
like,
clear. She was like, I can connect you. I'm like, I don't need another creative voice in this. We got
exactly.
We need money and
need to hook her up to the financial agent.
Hook her to the Sisterhood and be like, Anne, bet on yourself, girl. Anne, you can make this happen.
You can finance it. You can.
You know those people. Stop working for the man, bringing us down. Come on, Anne.
So Effie, we know you have to run.
Yes.
So it's just like the last question we kind of ask everybody is, and I think we know the answer, but is like, could we make it now?
Could we make this movie now? 1,000%. And actually, can I also say before, like I high five you, I really love that deck, and I would give you passing credit, I'm sure.
Special
at a
thanks.
dinner party. I would give you a special thanks at the very end.
Yeah.
No, but like I really love. I think there's something about that deck, and I love how they phrase certain things, which made us think about things in a different way and sort of a different perspective. Because we have been with this project for so long, where it's a bit of like, oh right, when Nichol was like, oh right, we are creating a new system of blah 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 liberate. You know what I mean? Like yeah, we really are like that. So that's the thing. So I'd love to get that. I don't know. It was lovely to see the trailer, and I do feel like for previs, you know what I mean, like for doing certain things of like the beginning of the assassination, like we would use maybe for like vehicles. Do you know what I mean? And there's a way to cut this up into like a 1-minute sizzle reel. That could be really interesting. Do you know what I'm saying? Would be like oh, like
now I can
hitting
see.
those
Yeah,
points.
Exactly.
I think 4 minutes. Previs, but it was, I have to tell you, I'm very heartened by what this conversation and by the pitch deck and the trailer, the teaser, the trailer. And also, I'm just really grateful to have this conversation because it's good to talk about this project again and get our game face on for when we go back out.
Good.
So I'm really appreciative.
Thank you for passing those materials to us because it would be really interesting. Imagine how many people would want to be on your podcast if you get
greenlit.
You actually help
or be extra popular. Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for.
Made.
We want it. We want it made. We want it made.
I love it.
100%.
Thank you, you guys.
You've been listening to Films Not Made, but if you want an even better experience, check us out on YouTube, where you can see all the new materials, including the pitch deck and trailer.
And subscribe to our Substack for show notes, more about our guests, and industry insights.
And please follow us on Instagram and TikTok as Films Not Made.
And of course, we have merch. Check that out and all things Films Not Made at filmsnotmade.com.
Thanks again for listening and watching. We'll see you next time.